Hello and welcome back to Old World Blues under Keats. Hey Keats, how are you? We're back, whoop whoop. And in today's episode, we are finally ready to decide what we are doing with these criminals. And I've decided that we should give them mercy. I don't know if it has any effects in the long term. It might not at all, but I just find it funny. Let's just give them all freedom. You know, why not? Why not, right? We need to step up our research. Wow, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, 100%, I'll take an extra research slot. That sounds great. Another Hollow Eve story time. Alright. Another Hollow Eve, another story. Keats walked up to the stage and looked out over the attending audience. It was a smaller crowd tonight, probably as a result of general mobilization for the war in the West. The war's over, but okay. Regardless, Keats gave a beaming smile and waved to the crowd. Good evening, Austin! The small crowd of mutants and humans waved and cheered a little from where they were sitting on the grassy ground. The mayor straightened his tie and gave the usual spiel about how Hallows Eve was a pre-war holiday Austin celebrated through the reading of spooky stories and how he had sifted through this year's tales to find a good example of the genre to read tonight. He paused and pulled a stool up to the microphone, sitting down while he set a small pair of loosely fitted and mostly decorative reading glasses on the ridge of his nose. Who here has heard of the Behemoths? A handful of mutants previously loyal to Crusher laughed out loud. None of the humans showed much recognition, a legend among our kind, to be sure. Behemoths are the results of specialized FEV mutation, he explained for the humans' benefit. We do not have or use the FEV needed for such creatures in Austin's, as we consider it dishonest. He laughed a little when he saw the disappointment on some of the veterans' faces, but enough of that. Let us begin with the story. He started reading, knowing full well that there had been scatter reports of Shale using such behemoths in his campaign. Hopefully this will give some of the next draft a warning of what to expect. He thought to himself grimly, there's no war. The story itself was an action-adventure tale full of daring triumphs, but laced with just enough recounting of behemoths to be considered scary. The final arc of the story came when the main character, some adventuring ex-slave, had to chase down a behemoth who had kidnapped his lover. His rumbling voice raised to crescendo when the protagonist reached up to unlock the cage on the monster's back to let his wife go free, and lowered to a whisper while they snuck away to their happily ever after. When the story had come to an end, the audience gave a strong and grateful applause, and Keats thanked them back. After hanging around for an additional hour to shake hands and connect with some friendly off-duty nightkin in the crowd, he packed up and drove home. Behemoths versus nightkins sounds like a fun matchup. Woo! I'm just gonna make more people join army. More. We need more. I reevaluated this some. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and lower you to 15. And then just have more for that. I'm also continuing to do this. The enemy is at the gates. War of Shale seems inevitable. It's already over. And new threats abound from the Ironmonger faction to the south as well. The need for guns has never been greater. And if it means the year's budget gets diverted to the military, so be it. We're not doing... this is a dark day for Unity as we come under siege from those opposing everything we stand for. We must stand strong, as such we will need a greater construction capacity to build the walls needed to keep our savage brothers to the workshops. And we're not doing. We march to war in the defense of our Unity, but what do we march the war on? Roads, of course, as our Unity is threatened by Shale and the Ironmongers. We must make every effort to ensure our supply lines are clear, lest the food and guns our army needs to defend us fail to arrive in time to destroy the enemy. Makes sense. Except, the war's over. So, you know, there is that. The war is kind of over. So, just saying. Like this war that you keep talking about, it's over. It's done with. Like, stop worrying about it. The war is over. Alright. Oh, and the ones down here are already loyal. Good. Well, it looks like all of them are already cores. It's just we're dealing with the people. Oh, not the ones up here. I see. Oh, darn it. What, can you give me some more support? Plus, Crusher likes this decision, so, you know. Next we're want to... Yeah. The Ministry of Human Relations. The Three-Way War taught us many lessons. First and foremost, however, it taught us that we need to be more prepared to deal with the rest of the humans around us. Full combined integration of humans into our previously mutant-only army is the first logical step. The second step will require sending envoys to everyone around us to see if there's anyone willing to risk being our friends. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. I agree. Word gloss while moving, reinforce rate. Yeah, let's do this one. Oh, yes. And we get this, which is good. New research slot available. Boy. I don't care about you, NCR. Nobody cares about you, NCR. Alright. Then immediately after that, we continue doing military budget. Things are finally starting to calm down, but we must remain vigilant. To let our military industry suffer in peacetime is the exact road that leads to destruction. Let us take advantage of our hard-earned peace to ensure no foe will ever catch us up unprepared again. We're not doing. After a string of hard-won victories, we have finally ensured our unity will not easily fall to the first upstart raider or militaris that comes along. Texas will surely be proud of what we have achieved, but this is merely a beginning. To further our cause, we must ensure our civilian industries marches that of the army. And we're not doing. As the smoke clears from the initial devastation of Shale's attack, we find ourselves in need of better roads to carry supplies to the front. This will also aid in making it easier to further industry in the long run, but for now the supplies simply must flow, so that where our economy shall be followed. Woo! Now let's get ourselves a well-equipped army. Very useful to have an army that's equipped. Bring in one and do some of these ones that I can do even more first. Good. 80. Now all the ones above 70 can go first. All right. Texas Department Zone. What a name. Oh, wow. The Texas chapter's just one thing. Oh, boy. You know, people don't seem very popular there. And your governing body is ineffective. Something tells me you're not actually doing that well over there. Don't know what, though. Okay. What can we do over here? No, I don't want to worry about that right now. This... It's fine. I think I will go ahead and go down this, though, because they're mostly quick. We can do them pretty quick, and then we can... You know, we've got our campaign promises finished. We might as well, you know, finish up our campaign promises, right? The old stockpile. When Atis was declared presumed dead, most of our armies set down their guns and blades and take up hammers and shovels instead. But those weapons didn't simply disappear. We stored them all in the basement of Unity Tower. The last skyscraper is still standing after the Great War. If we need quick guns, we can always go retrieve some from the archive. Nice. That's good to know. We're making tribal scout kits. I don't even think I have anything that uses those. Because this is fire team weaponry, demolition equipment, anti-tank. Currently, what's my current? It's 10. Actually, I think I want to just keep it at here. I'm feeling good with where it's at, you know. The Great Trials. Though the conquest of Atis ended nearly a century ago, his legacy lives strong in the minds of any super mutant who served under him. Even if the majority of our current super mutants have little experience in the truly epic combats of Atis' glory days, many have heard the tales of those old enough to remember, and our populace is regularly inspired by these old storytellers. Nice. Okay, now I'm doing well on these. So I'll bring you down to like 10. And I'll actually start making that my main priority again. Do. 9, 29, 49. I'll let those ones all go. Alright, I will need to promote some new guys. Oh great, you're a lone wolf guy, okay. Well, how much does the lone wolf give? 4? Okay, lone wolf, you go be in your own thing. I'll still take ya. Lone wolves get some nice stuff. I remember, like, you as a lone wolf get, yeah, plus 15 attack, plus 10 defense, like, some plus 10 breakthrough. Like, it is nice stuff. It's just, you're a loner, so I can't really use you with my main army. But, you know, I'll still have you. Most certainly. Okay, so 13, 39. I'm gonna bring you down to 39. There we go. That should be fine for now. Do 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 do. Interesting. TV Town's doing some stuff. Well, actually, TV Town's not the one doing it. They're getting attacked, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to remember where they are. Okay. Oh, never mind. I was like, wait, where are they? I can't find them. But that's because they're dead. They just didn't last long at all. I was like, where are they? I can't find them. Oh, they're already dead, huh? Interesting. Oh, you actually have a little, like a pretty little thing. Guardians of the World. Interesting. Learning new weapons. Though the old guns and blades of Mariposa served us well for nearly a century, most of the weapons we produce these days end up getting little more than sharpened shards of metal on sticks by comparison. If our army is to prepare itself to stand against the oncoming foes of Texas, we must make ourselves ready by relearning the art of weapon manufacturing. I mean, to be honest, we already are. I mean, like, I'm really pushing my way down. Grain. I could do grain stuff. Let's see. No. Yeah, let's just get some more monthly population. Why not? Why not? Right? Well, we could do a lot of things. Sure, let's actually train a few more of you, but only to convince the game to let me do military signing bonus in the future. That sounds fun. I suppose I can just do that whenever yeah, I'll just wait on that for now. Ever onwards towards unity, with tales of the heroics of old spreading rapidly among the populace. Even the newest super mutants are beginning to awaken to their own strength. Many are signing up to join the military just to test out their new bodies, eager for the sense of purpose they know they'll find in serving to protect our unity. Good. I just tried to drink an empty glass of water. I know. Nice. Let me look at things down here. Okay. Rosada Wisdom. There are some in Wasteland who don't trust the super mutants of Austin's, but Rosado is an exception. Her support of equal rights for all Wastelanders has included a request for commercial ties to Austin, and an invitation for a super mutant to settle in a Texas development zone. This may be beginning to be a fruitful relationship and a welcome change from Gorilla's honesty to super mutants. Republic of Rio Grande, an end to bigotry. Nice. Nice. I'll take it. I need 39. I need 37. Because 20 plus 13. I need 37. Not 39. There we go. Strange. Because I thought I put 37. But yeah, whatever. Back up. Homemade stealth boys. Though it's taken far too long to get here, our scientists have finally made a breakthrough. Against all odds, they found a blueprint for stealth boys among the wares of a passing robot merchant heading north from Mexico. It cost the scientists who encountered the robot an arm and a leg to buy it. But we can finally produce stealth boys on our own. Our night kit population will be overjoyed by this development. Woo! That's great. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Why not get a warmonger? You know? Just for the war sport, right? Right, guys? Okay, now where can I use Stealth Boys? Is it just with my Nightkins? Oh yeah, I forgot I was using monstrous plants. A T's grave. It seems Shale was at least right about one thing. A T's grave is a grim sight. Interesting. Woo! Time to literally complete all of the stuff for that. I believe the scout kit, if I can. Tribal scout kit. Yeah. Why can't I use that? Strange. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care enough. Let's see this grave, I suppose. Alright. Oh. The Republic of Rio Grande declared war on Pecos colony. The 80s declared war on someone else. Yada, whatever. A grave most gooey. Keats walked back and forth on the shaky catwalk overlooking the main chamber of the secret vault. It was as if every vat of FEV Austin had was tipped over and used to paint the walls. The only difference was, of course, the paint was still moving here. I did not think I would ever see where the old boss wound up in the end, Keats told one of the officers standing at his side. It is probably for the best he wound up like this, but it's still a shame. He was a good leader. Keats looked down for a moment more before turning to leave. Burn it all, he told the guards on the way out. The guards saluted, called for incinerators, while Keats wondered how to explain what he had seen to his people. No grand speech could do the conqueror of Texas justice. No, they had already had their celebration back in '08, perhaps filling the faculty with mulch and then eradicating a simple grave would be the best option. Erecting. Yes, I like that plan, Keats muttered to himself. His smile started to return. He deserved better, I think. Gain a permanent 10% reduction in corn states, add a Teats legacy. A Teats legacy. The legacy of a Keats is a complicated and confusing one, surrounded in both mystery of his death and the fervor of his life. Before Keats, the only mutant to ever achieve such legends were Frank Horrigan of the Enclave and the Master himself. Now, however, Mayor Keats seems to have joined the pantheon of the greatest unifier of super mutants who has ever lived, and his words are as legendary as his deeds. Woo! Fulfilling campaign promises. Despite initial doubt for his current administration from Crusher and his ilk, we have done remarkably well at meeting the ridiculous promises that got Keats elected in the first place, from providing hope to mutants everywhere and securing their legacies, to solving the long-fought issue of Nightkin's schizophrenia, to reforming our military, to producing a capable budget. Well, Keats has proven he is a mutant of his word. Yeah, he has. He's done everything and more. Yeah, go ahead and promote you. Jim the Clown. What sort of name is that? Scarecrow shades, I mean, none is as weird as Jim the Clown. Jim the Clown. How are you? What are you? Why? Why do we have Jim the Clown? Just why? Do. Alright, 13 need to go into this group. Alright, Scarlet, you're going over here instead. Oh. Oop, I think I got 4 too many. And okay, we actually need one more for you. There we go. You're good. And you're good. There we go. We got 2 groups now. Let's see. Yeah, let's instantly just go up to Children of the Master. Why not? Yay! Before the cursed Vault Dweller killed the Master, mutants were destined to take over the wasteland. Our strength, our will, our brutal cunning, all of these give us the right to shape the wasteland in our image. No matter what the inferior races think, there will be nothing but the finest leading our armies in our new world. I don't think that's quite what how Keats would talk about it, but whatever. That's fine. But anyways, I think that's a good time to go ahead and end this episode. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And as always, peace.